vertibird just land on you? Well, I expected you all to be a little bit more impressed.
Yes?
A lot has changed since I've been back. And you're new.
Hi.
So what's your story? Looking to trade? Rob me? Or just ask directions to Diamond City?
Just looking for love, sweetheart.
Boy, have you come to the wrong place. My loving days have long since passed. But I'll tell you what, wise ass. You made an old girl smile, and that ain't easy. You want to do some trading? I'll give you a discount.
Let's see what you have.
Always
Sure.
happy to make a sale.
Definitely need some 45 ammo. 348 caps. You're sucking me dry, but I gotta do it. I don't really need money anyway. The only thing I really need to buy, or worry about buying, is the signal grenades. Because the last one obviously has to be used to get back to the Pridwin, the Brotherhood ship, so that we can get more of them. So I always need to have caps for that. Have you got anything else interesting? You don't, do you? No. It's okay. Now the reason we've come back here is we need to modify our weapons a little bit. We got that really nice 10mm pistol, so I'm going to try to craft that. Doing that should hopefully take the good mod off and put the lesser quality mod on. So that means that we have those really good mods to put onto this pistol here. Let's see if it worked. Looks like it. Also name your weapons, so let's give this a cute name. Boop. So what do we need to do? Why are we here? We need to talk to Dr. Amari. We're also supposed to take out these guys at Backstreet Apparel over here and clean out Trinity Plaza. So that one was for the Minutemen, and that one was for Knight Reese of the Brotherhood. But the priority is to get here to Good Neighbor. Now the cool thing is that with the vertibird, we can go anywhere that we have been before. So we can fly directly from here to Park Street Station, and then we can just quickly walk across to Good Neighbor. We need to see what's in Kellogg's brain so that we can find Sean. And we also need to level up. Now, I have mentioned that my plan for leveling is to get Sneak leveled up. We want Gun Nut leveled up. Lone Wanderer. Oh, we can take another point in that. That's useful. I would also like to take Armorer, Blacksmith, and eventually Rooted. I'm also interested in Ninja, which is what we've been working towards. That could be really handy. Action Boy is nice. Mr. Sandman is very nice. But we also need to take things like Hacker. We want Scrapper. We definitely want Science. And Local Leader. So we have quite a bit of work to do. I think that I will take Lone Wanderer. Okay, because the point that we have increased it by our weight limit by 50, and we take 15% less damage if we're alone. This one, 30% less damage, carry weight 100. That's a no-brainer. That's going to help us a lot. The next rank we need to be level 40. And that's the problem we have. So for something like Science, sure, we start off at level 6, next one 17, then we've got 28. So we actually have quite a long way before we get to level 41, which is when we can make the most interesting tech. Who knows if we'll get there? The priority is not to be amazing, the priority is to find Sean. So, with that being said, let's use another vertibird signal grenade and get to Park Street Station, which is where we just were, where we rescued Nick from, what was his name? Sully Malone? And now we wait. Vertibirds can take a while. I know, guys, this place could be better, but, you know, you could do some work yourselves, you know? Why does it have to be all on me? Oh, we will, Strong, we will. Maybe we'll find it in Good Neighbor. Here's our ride. The thing with these vertibirds is they never go exactly where you want them to, unless it's a flat location. They've got to get to somewhere they can land. You should be able to land here. Sometimes they can't, and they land somewhere else. Good enough. Let's get on the side with the minigun. It's more fun. Yeah, well that is a fair point, and I'm glad you're concerned for our safety. But, you are a stupid super...
All systems go. Clear for takeoff. Your weapon is locked and loaded. Good hunting.
Concord looks so small from above. It's our Museum of Freedom. Satellite. What is that place? Oh, that's the diner. There's the drive-in. The Super Duper Mart in Lexington, which means Corvega should be just coming up behind us. Oh, I guess there's still raiders here, huh? Can never completely clear them all out. Crash? There must have been a direct hit over there. Oh. Okay, well we just passed through a building, that's fine. There's gotta be raiders in there. That's the second time we've flown over there and they've shot at us. Silver Shroud radio?
Prepare for landing. Touchdown could be a little rough.
Thanks, guys. Nice. So, Park Street Station. The Brotherhood. That was Park Street Station. Good neighbor should be just down here. Hey, Brotherhood guys. What's going on? I think you guys have got this. I got business to attend to, a good neighbor. Besides, I'm not really dressed for combat.
Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
Unless it's keep dumb assholes away from me insurance. I'm not interested.
Now don't be like that. I think you're gonna like what I have on offer. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big bloody accident.
Time out. Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap.
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You're soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Now, why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You alright, brother?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Good neighbor? That what you call this place?
That's right. We cobbled this little neighborhood together out of the freaks and misfits that just wouldn't be accepted anywhere else. You'll see. You make enough friends here, you'll call this place home soon enough. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Fair. Like your hat. That's what you get for fucking with me, Finn.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
Neither am I. Guess not all ghouls are fucked up and feral, huh?
You got balls.
Certainly do. What are you?
Better keep your iron strapped on.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want to.
What are you?
I'm a woman, baby. Can't you tell?
You certainly look like a woman, yes.
And that's all that matters, right? Now are you buying what I'm selling?
I'll take a look, sure.
Let's get you outfitted, killer.
Decent. Ooh, a flamethrower. Fun, but impractical. That's a fun rocket launcher. Oh. Not quite my style, but nice. So this is one thing about Gun Nut. Gun Nut is cool because you get to make your own mods on your own weapons, but you get to high enough levels and you can find those mods anyway. Maybe it's not as much of a priority as we thought. We could just make enough money to buy these, weapons with these mods on them. That could work. Oh, these shipments, so if I need to build stuff at my base and I don't have, say, enough copper to make electricity, to make light bulbs or wires, then I can buy a shipment of 25. Really expensive, but it's there if I need it.
Oh, new face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
Did you say something about people screaming at you?
That's right. Some newcomers have never seen a ghoul before. Can't handle a friendly face, I say. So you need some supplies?
What's it like, being a ghoul?
Well, it's a lot worse when people always ask you about it all the time. But I guess I can't blame them. On the upside, I look pretty good for being over 220 years old. Now, were you buying anything?
Wait, you're 220 years old?
Okay. It's more like 270 years. But don't go blabbing that to everyone. Being a ghoul means you live a long time. You stop counting birthdays. Do you know what it's like being that old?
Actually, I do.
Well, now you're just making fun of me. If you were as old as I was, you would have been around since before the war. So let's hear it. Come on. Tell me what the world was like before the war if you're so ancient.
It was pretty much what we have now, just with less rust.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Well, you're either the most well-preserved ghoul I've ever seen, or you're the second best bullshitter and good neighbor. Ah!
It's the truth. All of it.
You know, if you haven't already, you should check out the Hotel Rexford. There's another pre-war ghoul hanging around there. Well, we should get back to business. What are you picking up?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Cash or trade? Let's get started.
That's pretty good too. And that I want. We need 700 caps. We'll find it. We gotta start making some money. Best way to make money is by ramping up your science skill, making a whole bunch of bottled water, and then selling it to people like Daisy. We'll be back. We'll be back with some caps. Good to know you guys are here.
What's up?
But, we got some business. We gotta find Dr. Amari in the memory den, which, fortuitously,
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stand.
is located right here.
Well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Hey, Nick.
Nick,
Let's go talk to Amari.
Friend of yours?
Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
this one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not gonna be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Any idea what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Well, the science checks out. I'm sure this will be fine.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
All citizens of the new California Republic. I'm sure that's going to take some getting used to for a lot of them.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop sending you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
I'm not saying this was a mistake.
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
Okay. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kinda green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. A little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek from us.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. So, you heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute, but I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
But with the Institute, I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I can see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully... Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override.
was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
All computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Pod C6. Down...
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
All near the end.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here. Come here.
Wait. No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you son!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears
Wasn't
to be
my
a very
idea to
recent
settle
memory.
down with the kid in the middle of Diamond
news, I
City.
think.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready. Side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak. A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
how do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Amari.
Be careful of the radiation. The glowing sea isn't a place to be caught unprepared.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
What did you say?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Amari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Radaway you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
I'm gonna head out on my own from here, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
So, we need to go to the glowing sea to find a scientist who can help us get into the Institute. The thing that we might want to do next, though, is something that apparently Amari should have told us about, but didn't. If we go down here, we have Follow the Freedom Trail. So, that's what we'll do next time, because that will take us to some people who may be able to help and give us some more insight about the Institute.